Welcome, dear listener. Today, we walk gently together on a sacred path. A path walked by monks, sages and seekers for over 2,500 years. A path of wisdom, a path of peace, a path that begins with the deep and tender teachings of the Buddha. Let us sit, breathe, and begin this journey with the Four Noble Truths. The origin of the Four Noble Truths. Over 2,500 years ago, in the foothills of what is now Nepal, a prince named Siddhartha Gautama was born. Though he was surrounded by wealth, luxury and beauty, he felt a deep emptiness stirring within him, a question echoing in the quiet corners of his heart. Why do we suffer? Leaving behind his palace, his title, and his comforts, Siddhartha wandered the forests, learning from sages and mystics. After years of deep meditation beneath the Bodhi tree, he awoke, not just from slumber, but into enlightenment. And what he discovered were four noble truths, like four lanterns, gently illuminating the human condition. The first noble truth, dukkha, the truth of suffering. Life, as beautiful as it is, holds within it a quiet thread of suffering dukkha. We feel it in heartbreak, in aging, in loss, in longing. Even in joy, there is an underlying truth. Everything changes. The Buddha didn't share this truth to make us despair, but to help us see clearly. Like a physician gently naming an illness, not to frighten us, but to begin the healing. Suffering is not punishment. It is simply part of being alive. And in recognizing it, we are already beginning to awaken. The second noble truth, samudaya, the cause of suffering. The Buddha taught that the root of suffering is craving, samudaya. We crave pleasure, we crave permanence, we crave to avoid pain, but all things are impermanent. Like trying to hold smoke in our hands, we grasp at joy, relationships, youth, control, only to feel them slip through our fingers. This craving, born from ignorance, keeps us caught in a cycle, desiring, clinging, grasping, and inevitably hurting. But here too is hope, for anything with a cause can also be understood and released. The third noble truth, nirodha, the cessation of suffering. Nirodha teaches us that if suffering has a cause, it also has a cure. There is peace, there is liberation. When we let go of craving, we experience the freshness of the present moment. Imagine a lake, once stirred by wind, now still. In the quiet, our true nature is reflected. In that stillness, we find joy that is not dependent on changing conditions. This is not some faraway fantasy. It is available now within you. And how do we reach this freedom? That leads us to the final truth. The fourth noble truth, magga, the path to the end of suffering. Magga is the path the Buddha walked, and the path he with both harsh denial and indulgent pleasure. It is called the middle way, and it leads to wisdom, compassion, and inner peace. This path is known as the Eightfold Path. 8 gentle steps like stones placed across a stream to help us cross from confusion to clarity. Let's walk each step together. The Eightfold Path, a gentle compass for life. The Eightfold Path is not a rulebook. It's a guide, a way of living that nurtures both the heart and the mind. Each step on the path supports the others. Together, they form a life rooted in awareness, compassion, and insight. 1. Right understanding, samadhi. This is the seed of wisdom. It is understanding that life is fleeting, that suffering has causes, and that we can be free. It's seeing clearly, like cleaning dust from a mirror. With right understanding, we begin to see life not as we wish it to be, but as it truly is. 2. Right intention, sammasankappa. What is the intention behind our words, our choices, our thoughts? This step is about choosing love over hate, letting go over grasping, peace over harm. Right intention is the quiet vow we make to ourselves each day. May I live with kindness. May I release ill will. May I walk gently on this earth. 3. Right speech, samavaka. Words are powerful. They can heal or harm. Right speech asks us to speak truthfully, kindly, and with purpose. No gossip, no harshness, no lies. Instead, speech that uplifts, that comforts, that brings clarity. A single kind word can echo for years. Thaira. Right action, sammakamanta. This is the ethics of the heart. Do no harm. Respect all life. Be honest. Honor your relationships. Right. Action is not about being perfect. It's about being conscious. Every action becomes a chance to bring more peace into the world. Femte. Right livelihood, sama ajiva. How do we earn our living? Does it cause suffering or reduce it? Right livelihood invites us to engage in work that is honest, that helps rather than harms, that aligns with our values. When our work is mindful, even simple tasks become sacred. 6. Right effort, samavayama. This is the gentle perseverance of the spirit. Not forcing, not pushing, but also not giving up. Right effort means nourishing what is wholesome within us. Kindness, wisdom, patience, and gently letting go of what is unwholesome. It is the effort of a gardener. samasati. Right mindfulness is the art of being fully present, not lost in the past, not racing into the future, just here now. It's noticing the breath, the warmth of a teacup, the feeling of your feet on the ground. Mindfulness is how we come home to ourselves. 8. Right concentration, samasamadhi. And finally, right concentration. This is the deep, steady focus of meditation. A calm, one-pointed mind. Through stillness, we touch the quiet depths of our being. In that stillness, insight arises, compassion blossoms. We realize we are not separate. We are all part of the same great ocean of life. And so, dear one, this is the path. Not a straight line, not a race, but a compassionate unfolding. A journey we return to again and again with each breath. The Buddha never asked us to believe blindly. He simply invited us to look, to listen, to try. The Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path are not ancient relics. They are living teachings, waiting to bloom within your life. And so, dear one, this is the path, not a straight line, not a race, but a compassionate unfolding, a journey we return to again and again with each breath. The Buddha never asked us to believe blindly. He simply invited us to look, to listen, to try. The Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path are not ancient relics. They are living teachings, waiting to bloom within your life. Now let us take a moment to rest in the sacred stillness of meditation. Meditation is not about escape. It is about arriving fully into the temple of the self. When we sit quietly, we begin the most intimate journey there is into the vast landscape of our own mind. Here, there are thoughts like drifting clouds, emotions like passing storms, and beneath them all, a great stillness that is always present. In meditation, we become the witness, not the thought, but the awareness behind the thought. Not the feeling, but the one who sees the feeling arise and pass. This is where our true power lives, not in controlling the world, but in meeting each moment with awareness and presence. Each of us walks a unique path. Your life, your journey, your struggles and joys, they are your sacred ground. And within you, there is a wellspring of wisdom that no one else can access but you. You are not separate from the teachings. You are the teaching, you are the power, you are the stillness, you are the awareness. The Four Noble Truths show us the nature of suffering and the possibility of peace. The Eightfold Path offers the map, and through meditation we walk the path inward, home to our true nature. They are not separate steps, but flowing rivers that feed the same ocean, a dance between understanding and practice, between knowing and being. They coexist, and they bloom through each other. As we close this gentle reflection, may you carry this peace with you. May your path be soft. May your heart be light. And may you remember, you are already whole. You are already enough. And you are never walking alone. Until next time, Namaste.